Yes, I'm still thinking about it.
Sorry, I was wondering if you could perform, she said I would prefer a broken neck over broken.
Actually, that may satisfy all three of the last things said. So I think I'm gonna recite that. Again, I hope I remember it.
Wait, can you tell me what inspires you to write it?
Actually, what inspired me to write was a series of conversations. So that the poem kind of starts out in a conversation like he said, she said like this, or I said and she said like that. And it was a series of conversations I was having with women, which also reminded me of my own experience growing up in a single parent household. And so I wanted to do something, but I didn't feel like I could do anything. And so when that happens, I write a poem. So that's where the poem came from. Okay, like I said, another little disclaimer about this poem. Don't know if I know it. But I have a sister here to help me out. Just in case it all goes awry. Right. You know? So, okay. And even this poem, when I did on Deaf Poetry, I think I did a little differently. There was like some minor differences in that poem and the way I did it there and what I did on my album. All right, we're just gonna go in. You know this poem too?
I don't know memorize, but yeah, I know.
Okay. So this is gonna be a communal poetry recital. All right? This poem is gonna be recited by the community as a show of unity and solidarity. All right. She said that she would prefer a broken neck to another broken heart, broken parts that litter the night sky like stars. And I said, well, even the beauty of birth leaves its own scars, and know that you will find your home right where you are. She said, I know it sounds cliche, but I really am just waiting to exhale, just waiting to breathe easy, just waiting to inhale. She said, I ain't waiting for no perfect man, I ain't holding out for Denzel, but I'm just looking for a, what do I say? I'm just a real man, an upright brother, do I say it like that? I'm just looking for a real man. Oh, but most of the realists are in graves or in jail. Just a real man, even a flawed man that means well. An upright brother, but she's just left with low down brothers, homo thugs and down low brothers. And it took her some time with herself to discover that it's more important to, what did I say? Than having a lover. Having love is even more important than having a lover. That's really the jewel of the whole poem. Okay. Having love is more important than having a lover. Then what am I supposed to say? That it's gonna be okay, but it may not be. It may be hard and ugly, difficult, complicated, rough and bloody. And I said, so many women are struggling. She said, yeah, I'd like a man to kiss me, I'd like a man to hug me, but he's gotta truly love love before he can truly love me. I said, I feel you. She said, no, you're not feeling me. She said, we are women bringing up seeds. Our own sons grow up thinking love is a disease, ducking and dodging real relationships and just learn to take what they please. And they treat pregnancy like an STD. If the test comes back positive, it's a negative. And they are a ghost in the street, drone in the wind, only a moment to spend, and those moments are brief. Our sons' role models are rolling stones, unknown or deceased. So in this cold world, they find warmth with men holding the heat. I said, it's gotta be a change. She said, yeah, it's gonna have to be more than poems on TV. So I feel you. She said, how did you survive? I said, it was my mother. Otherwise, I would have been dead, crazy, or institutionalized. And often I wish I could apologize for not really being able to thank her for giving me life. She kept us in the good neighborhoods, even though she couldn't keep on the lights. So we could go to the best schools, learning to read and to write. And sometimes we'd be so broke in the store, she'll have to pick between the beans or the rice. So she would put ketchup on her navy beans so it wouldn't seem like we were eating the same thing every night. 2 jobs during the day and 1 at night. And the struggle that I saw her endure, I never want to see in my wife. So I know that being a man is more than being male, and I'm focused on doing it right. But when I think about my childhood, I don't think about poverty. I remember how she kissed me, hugged me, taught me, loved me, and I know you prefer a broken neck to another broken heart. Broken parts that litter the night sky like stars. But remember, the beauty of birth even leaves its own scars. And know that you will find your home right where you are. We will find our home right where we are. Yeah! Okay, you guys are doing great so far. Yes.
Why are you so angry?
That one I thought was really easy going. I thought I was really easing into my softer side there. Actually, I have a poem about my anger. He's trying to lure me in. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for sure, inshallah. Oh. Oh, you mean on the east? On the East Coast, are there more like Muslim poets, right? Yeah. I don't know if I can say more. No, maybe I can. I think so, maybe. I don't know. It's not like really like night and day more. It's not like, it's like very common there as opposed to here. But different places on the West Coast, I know, Muslim poets who do that thing. Yes.
On that note, seems like religion is a part of your daily
She was saying it sounds like my religion is an important part of my identity. Was it something I was born into or something that I found? I was born into it. My mother and father are Muslim. Their parents are Christian, so my mother and father found it, and so me and myself and my two brothers were born into it. Yeah, so and it's as you said, kind of an integral part of, of who I am and how I write even, and what I write about. Yes. Yes, sir.
Just as a follow-up, I was wondering, as being Muslim, has that affected how people treat you as a poet or anything?
You know what's interesting? Islam in the black experience, sometimes people become Muslim and it alienates them from their people. Like they become Muslim and somehow they become separate, like you're not really with us anymore, you're Muslim. In many ways in black culture, Muslim is like the highest station in blackness. It's like, you're Muslim, you're like super black. There's like regular black people and you're Muslims. So, in my culture, the way it's interpreted isn't like, it doesn't really, no one really like shuns you. If anything, it's like a respect thing, you know what I mean? So they think of Malcolm and they think of, they think like, yeah, this dude is like that dude. So much so like, for example, if you're Muslim, and this can be around like real hood dudes, like real dudes that are kind of problems, right? So like, if I decide that I'm gonna drink, they'll be offended. Like, dude, that's not permissible. Like, what are you doing? But I realize it's because they have like a hope, like they have not just an expectation, it's like they are vicariously appreciating, like you're representing me in a realm that I can't represent myself. So you kind of falling off is a big disappointment for myself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, so anyway, if anything, it's probably been a benefit, where people are more, because I'm already supposed to be deep and everything, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, it's aided me in my, in my growth as a poet. Yeah. Yes.
Do you consider your poetry as a form of hip hop?
Yeah, really, where my poetry really comes from. Like my favorite poets are MCs. So when I started writing, that's who inspired me to write. I remember early Nas stuff, Andre 3000, early Black Thought stuff. When I listened to them, I was like, man, this is like when Black Thought says I'm an implorer, universe explorer, treat MCs like the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, leaving these cats open like the box of Pandora with styles that's newer than the world order, approximately 3/4 a yard of water, straight to portrait, send us in front of the roots and culture, take a pilgrimage, up against your image, at the line of scrimmage, life is a heist, only the strong get a percentage, and it's a war, and within it I'm the lieutenant, all that stuff, I was like, wow.